Gonna say. I'm thinking about what you're saying, and again, this is why, this is where, I don't want to get into a is Jesus real or not
No, no,
concept.
no, we're not. Listen,
No, I want
they're
to
the
talk
ones
about this.
that do the attacking.
No, I want to do a little review though. I can show any Christian in the scriptures in the New Testament that God is love, and in love there is no evil, and that exact idea is exactly the idea that Buddha was exploring, was the divine nature of the source of all. And when anybody's ever trailed that trail back, including Jesus Christ of the scriptures, what you find out is there is another level that we can take it to. Okay? I don't care what anybody else wants to say. There's another gear we can go into if we decide to be lovers and not warriors.
I agree with that. I love that. I look at it like this. What if our species, right,
Yep.
humanity,
Yep.
what if we looked at this like we're going into a restaurant? In other words, if we all have the foundation, we're hungry. We all believe in God. And as we go into the restaurant, we can pick our different choices of how we view that. Now, some people will call, oh, Wayne, what you're saying is a universalism. No, I'm not. What I'm saying, you can say that's fine, but it's okay. The way I see it is that that's not so far from how I really believe it is. We're all individuals.
Right. And before we get off this topic, I wanted to make a caution, because there's a lot of people, including me, that have bought into this in the past, okay? And I suffered by it. And that is one of the things about love is love does not put up with abuse.
No.
Love does not tolerate it. Love will walk away from it or crush it, one or the other, okay? And in my experience, and nobody ever in the name of love has to put up with abuse, Wayne.
No, I as a child, I was beaten by my father. And when I see people bullying, and I see the vileness that, Steve, I hate bullies. I really do. And by God, be kind. If you can't say anything, buy some duct tape. It's your best investment. And by the way, Steve, let me make sure I give the instructions on this. When you buy that duct tape, I want you to cut off a piece of it that's about 12 inches. And carefully now, make sure you don't have any phrase on this. I want you to take both hands and then you put it over your mouth. And then if that doesn't work, one other great thing you can do for humanity. I want you to get that same 12-inch, get another one, and make two of them, and put them around both of your fingers so you can't type. And when you find that place of love where you want to encourage, build up, and edify the rest of humanity, you'll be free to do it.
Right. And so, that's one of the things about the Steiger-Olson report is we want to try to reverse the trend and just say, we do not have to go into this mode of abuse on each other. And what I'm saying is that we don't have to resort to abusing someone else in order to justify or make ourselves look better. But you don't, listen to me now, you don't have to put up with abuse from anybody. That's not love. Love doesn't mean that you put up with abuse. That's one of the things I do believe that we have as a species have the right and even the obligation to find a way to stop responding with abuse and hatred. I really do. I think it's incumbent upon us to do that. Call me whatever you want to call me for saying that, but I'm just saying that if we can find that place, we can shift it up a gear. I really believe it.
Steve, I agree. And listen, folks, every person you meet, understand that person is fighting a battle. My wife is a nurse, and we see death a lot. And we see the hurt and the loss in family members. And what I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll just remember, they're just like you. They have fears. They have hopes. They have dreams that haven't come true. They're searching for their place. And when you come by and you hurt them by the words that you speak, you're destroying life, not helping to encourage life.
Yep, we got to be nurturers of life. But look at this little, before we go, look at this
I
little,
saw that.
little nodule here of 74. This is surface wind, by the way. This is surface. And look at this little nor'easter developing right here.
Look at that. You folks along the East Coast up there might want to pay attention on that.
Yeah, 62 kilometers an hour. Look at it's coming, whipping off and going up, and then we've got this convergence there. I think I think there's some bad weather reports, but we're not a weather station. We'll just leave it up to you guys, but still have this little vortex going on up here on the surface winds.
What's at the 10 millibar?
Let's take a lookie. I've never seen it all white before. Have you?
Wow.
Have you ever seen it this white before?
Look at that. Hey, folks, what I'm seeing here, Steve, is look at the winds coming off of the pole. I mean, it's coming right down over the United States.
I hope that doesn't mean that this is where the new North Pole is going to be.
Well, all I got to say is that the indicators are get your muttlucks for February. Because, and listen, we had, 18 people lose their lives down in the southeast part of the United States. They were getting temperatures near 78 down in parts of Alabama yesterday. So we are truly experiencing what would be the typical effects of a brown dwarf. You get these extreme colds, these extreme hots, and it's just it's the earth is sick.
It is. This is not from what we've been learning over the last year. Again, lots of previous videos on this stuff that we looked at, and we learned about this, what we should be seeing, what we are seeing. This is basically a chaotic 250 millibar jet stream. This is the jet stream that typically we think about when we see it on the news, or when we have jet pilots telling us about the jet stream, or those kinds of things. This is it they're talking about, and it's at this I don't know what you want to call 50,000 foot, 50,000 foot level.
That's what it is. Yep, you fly it.
Yep.
You feel that bump?
Yeah. Well, look at the speed of the wind. It's like 240 kilometers. It's almost the same as that higher altitude at 10 millibars. And just
get over to miles per hour, Steve.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Miles
per second. Come on, there we go. 150. Well, there's yourself a hurricane. Look at that.
Yeah,
folks.
Well, there's your problem.
It's coming down. I mean, that's why we're getting snow in the Sahara.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's look over there.
The people over there are, you can see, look at that cold blunt right over there, the north west corner. That's where that cold air is coming from, right down off the pole.
Wow. It's almost in the vortex like we are.
Yeah, yeah. And I read a report. Those people over there are not used to cold. I mean, what we think that we just look at it and say, oh, isn't that an odd anomaly? What we're not understanding, and how careless of us, that we don't understand the Bedouins and those people that live in those more nomadic type environments, they're not prepared for cold.
Yeah, this is like, but we're seeing this all over the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, just as an example, up here in Boise, Idaho, they are not used to seeing snow here at all. And right now they've had, I don't know, all-time record snowfall here. But this is basically an arid environment, not used to this kind of environment or used to this kind of precipitation. It's just getting this unusual slamming of snow.
Yeah, on the West Coast, I think I read somewhere in the around Truckee, I mean, they're going to be measuring this in meters. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 meters. So, yeah, strange things going on, Steve. And that's why what we're here to do is just comment, let people know. And great thing about it is you get to have a coffee time with Steve and Wayne.
That's right. And it is January 23rd, 2017. This is the Steiger Olson Report.